Oh, thank you. Finally. Oh, actually, I'm a halfling. That would have been fine. That's a 25.
The Warforged kind of uneasily eye back and forth between you and the Harpy. They seem like that got through to them, but they also seem like they might be more afraid of someone else.
Yeah. But I bet if we can take out this Harpy pretty quick, they'll call it a day. It's up to you, Melvin.
Ah, yes. 'Tis Melvin's turn. Let's viciously mock the Harpy.
Okay, go ahead and... No, I have to make a check. What am I aiming for?
Better than a 12.
She doesn't seem to be affected by the cutting words and psychic magics?
No.
What else you got for me?
Sorry, I'm watching Nodal. 1, 2, 3. And we have no idea if Willow's words got through to the Warforged, right?
Yeah.
This is a nice doorway. Alright, that's Melvin's turn.
Alright, we got Nilo. Harpy's next.
So I got a clear shot to this Harpy from back here, right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm coming down these stairs, yes?
Oh, yeah, you start at the top of the stairs.
Is there any way I can bonus action hide here and try to get advantage on my shot?
Yeah, go ahead and move to here, and then give me that stealth check.
That's pretty good. Looking at a 24.
Yeah, go ahead and take an attack with advantage. That beats your passive perception of 10.
Nice.
It's going to be a 16 to hit.
Oh, yeah. And Nilo makes his way down the stairs, flattens himself against the wall, holds his breath for a moment, and then just peers out along the line of sight and takes a shot before the Harpy can even react.
6 points of arrow damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to duck back up the stairs a couple feet.
All right. The Harpy, I need everyone within 300 feet to give me a DC 11 Wisdom saving throw as the Harpy begins to sting.
Disgusting.
I hate it when Harpies.
Pass.
Okay. Oh, and I gotta roll the Warforged.
I'm good. Melvin, your songs are way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good as well.
Yeah.
One of the Warforged and 2 commoners that just happened to be on the bridge seem to have come under her effect. And then she flies. What's her fly speed? 40 feet. Off into the distance. And the Warforged and the 2 commoners seem to be intent on following her, probably over the edge of this bridge.
Might want to grab your companion there.
Give me a second. Color tint. There we go. Warforged didn't do anything on their turns. They stood there kind of motioning to you like they were going to let you pass. And now we got Rehkhan.
Come down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Duck out. Take a shot at the Harpy.
The Harpy's way over here.
Oh. I can't really make that without stepping out onto the thing, so...
Mm-hmm. So this Warforged and these 2 commoners are all entranced by this Harpy and look like they're going to follow the sound of her voice off the edge of this bridge.
Then I'm going to dash and basically shoulder check them, keep them from falling off.
Great. He'll get an opposed strength when he tries to move.
Yeah. This guy taking an opportunity attack when I go through his...
Yeah, the Warforged are not hostile to you.
Okay, excellent. Wonderful. They're smart then.
Willow, you're up.
All right, I am going to shoot at the harpy with a fire pole. That's what I'm going to do. Well, that is not going to do it. And so with my movement, I'm just going to, float over here and get in the way of one of the commoners.
Okay. That would be this one. And yeah, that'll be a opposed strength if they try and move past you. Melvin? Or do you have anything else, Willow?
No.
Melvin, you're up.
Which Warforged looks like he's gonna topple over?
This one.
2, 3. And let's try to grapple him.
Okay. Actually, go ahead and give me a passive. Do you have a knowledge or history or arcana or anything like that?
I have history.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a quick history before you do anything. Not as an action.
7.
You think you might be able to interfere with the harpy song if you were to play a song of your own that would break it.
Yeah.
Play a song. Play a song.
How far away from me is she?
She's about 60 feet off there, but I mean, you can hear her singing, so you think you might be able to do something if you were to pull out your lute and play something discordant with it, you might be able to break the effect.
Yeah, can I just do that as a performance check?
Yeah, I want a performance check, and I want you to spend a cantrip. And they're going to have an opposed performance check with the harpy.
Yeah, alright, let's viciously mock the harpy again then. But I'll do a performance check. Because I'm good at these? Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, you are.
Oh, yeah, I am. That is a 20. That is a 23.
And Melvin walks out onto the bridge, hears the harpy singing, which is he's already easily overcome the magic of, says hell no, picks up his lute, and strums a song, and it is a song to break the mind of the harpy, and it drowns out everything you can hear from her. And the Warforged and the two commoners just seem to kind of like shake their heads and suddenly be back in it. The harpy stops singing and glares at you, screaming.
I'm going to die.
Ralph,
No, I'm going to take that as your action, so you still have a bonus.
Good barding.
I gotta. No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Watch your
Ralph,
hands.
I'm in danger.
Nilo, you're up. We got
That's pretty
Warforged
much it.
back.
All right. I don't suppose that hide trick is going to work again, will it?
No, she knows where you are now.
Yeah.
She didn't know you were coming down the stairs, but now she'll have a good idea.
Figures. I'm going to fire at her from the doorway.
A featherfall token.
She's far enough. Whether you're using a short bow,
Yes.
what's the short range? What's the long range on that?
That is an excellent question.
Should be on your character sheet.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. 8320.
Oh yeah, she's at the edge of the long range, but or the close range, but she's in it.
Okay, as long as I'm not rolling at disadvantage, I'm happy. It's going to be a 23 to hit.
Yep.
That was witchcraft.
For 8 points of damage.
Yeah, you send another arrow sailing at her, slices through some of her plumage. There's blood flowing down her wing now,
Okay.
getting flung into the air with each flap.
And I'm going to just take a step back around the corner, just in case she starts, I don't know, spitting poison or acid or some dumb shit at me.
Yeah.
That's it.
The three Warforged, two of them, the one who shook off the magic grabs this woman and pulls her out. The two that were not affected go over here and grab this man and pull them off of the bridge. And the third one just says thank you to Melvin and The three of them come in here and start kind of like taking shelter in this area. There are a few other commoners that were not affected by that song that have all scattered at this point, so it's just you guys and the Harpy on the bridge. And the Harpy takes that as a sign to leave and nopes out 120 feet up and north. Got Rehkhan with Willow on deck.
I can't get a shot off at her.
She's now 160 feet away.
Yeah, that's way out of range. I got nothing to catch her with that after this. Do I? Or do I? No, I don't.
What's the speed on this?
It's like 40 feet.
Sorry?
But...
What was the question? Oh, the speed on the disc is 40, yeah.
But what we have, we need to get to the train, the lightning rail, so we can.
Correct.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and dash and open this door.
Okay. I believe T10 is supposed to be a stairway, but they didn't draw it. There's a stairway in that room. Let me double check. Yeah, that's a lift. T10 is a lift that'll take you straight down to the station. T7 is a reeking hallway. Kind of actually just has kind of a foul smell to it. There's a lot of graffiti all over the inside. It says stuff like "Tyrants rule" and "Sirens go home." This part of the city has a lot of immigrants and refugees.
Okay, another 10 feet of movement to get me into the room.
Okay.
That's it. That's my turn.
Okay. Let's see, that was Rehkhan, so we got Willow.
I'm gonna float my way in.
So yeah, there's a lift. The lift is currently here, and if you're all on it, you can take it down to the actual station.
Oh, is that the lift to the station?
Yeah, T10 is the lift to the station.
How far is the station?
I mean, it'd probably be one round once you're all on the lift and you activate it. So it's this shaft basically. It's hundreds of feet below you, but the lifts move pretty fast.
Yeah, let's get onto that lift. I'm good.
Okay. Got Melvin. Nilo.
Just make it, yeah.
I'm gonna take a shot at disadvantage against the Harpy.
Yeah. She's in long range.
Crit it.
It's gonna be a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Kill it.
For 4 points damage.
Not bloodied.
Okay, well, for my position being shifted, I can bonus action dash, and I had just enough movement to get into T10.
Okay. And then a shifter bursts out of a secret door.
What?
Of course.
Which door?
Where is my revealer? The door I erased on this map so you wouldn't see it.
What the hecky?
It's right there. Hold on, I got this. I got this.
Let's zoom in and see Destil's Photoshop work here.
No.
I mean, it's pretty good.
Secret. Damn.
There's a concealed door here that was above anyone's passive perception to see. Shifter jumps out, armed with a what do they got? Short sword, and takes a stab at Rehkhan.
We really got to stop meeting people like this.
The area behind him smells vile, like urine. This is hits an armor class of 20.
Oh yeah.
Keep forgetting I have dice. For 9 damage.
Rehkhan goes down.
Okay.
Splat.
Rehkhan, stop playing
And
with
the
dogs.
shifter's warg jumps out.
Wait, the shifter's what?
Warg, I need a death saving throw out of Rehkhan.
Already? Is it my turn?
Yeah, you had a very
yeah,
conveniently spaced turn.
Hey, how about that? How about that? I got robbed of a turn. Excellent. That's pass.
And at the shifter's command, a massive wolf charges down Nilo.
I wish you wouldn't.
I feel real good about this spot that I chose to sit on.
I couldn't get to another square. I literally used all my movement to get there. It's not good, fam.
I don't have enough D6.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that at all.
Where's my Warhammer bag?
It's definitely not what you want to hear.
12 damage.
That...
D6.
Yeah, now it was down.
Stop going down. I don't have enough spell slots.
And you're knocked prone, but that doesn't actually, like, yeah, you're also knocked prone by damage. That's the end of the warg and the shifter's turns. Willow, you're up. We got Melvin on deck.
All right, let's do the math on this one. Normally, if you're carrying someone, it's half movement. But if I'm on this disc, will I still be at half movement?
The disc can only support 250 pounds. If the two of you are below that, it will. If the two of you above that, we'll see what happens.
Rehkhan, what do you weigh?
Probably about 160 pounds or so.
I would have said 90, so I think we're right on the edge.
Okay.
So we're gonna see. We're gonna have some.
All right. So this warg gets an AO on you.
Yes.
Misses. I think. What's your AC?
My AC is 13.
13. Yep, just barely misses. And
Okay.
the shifter will get an AO when you try and leave. But let's see what happens when you put him on the disc first.
Put
I'm
Rehkhan
just
on
gonna
this
roll
disc.
percentile because you're right at the edge.
Yep.
The disc shudders, but remains in existence.
All right, fantastic.
And then the shifter gets an AO.
Yep.
Hits an armor class of 9.
Nope. And back here, and I'm hitting that button. We're going.
Yeah, you hit the button. The doors shutter close, and the lift begins to scream downwards. Actually, a lot faster than most lifts you've been on. Apparently, people are in a hurry when they leave the station.
Who wants the healing word?
You guys can spend a whole round here while I load up the next table
Okay.
of
What's the
recovery
healing
while
word?
the lift is moving.
So
Alright, well-
Rehkhan has a healing potion.
Somebody see my revealer?
Throwing that on out.
Oh, there it is.
I've got 6 hit points worth of yesterday's good berry on me, so I'll feed you each 3 of those, and then you
Actually,
can
go ahead and take
decide
2
amongst
rounds.
yourselves.
This is a pretty big shaft, so I'm going to say you have 2 rounds of actions before you're going to reach the station.
All right, so you can each get 2 rounds of Willow healing, and then 1 round of your own. So heal yourselves, my friends.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, that saves me a spell slot then.
Wait, what am I? How many hit points
You
do I
can
have?
get-
Mo?
You can get up to 2 hit points.
Oh, up to 2?
Yeah.
And then Rehkhan is going to chug his own healing potion. Because holy crap, that was really scary.
I still need more hit points. I've only got 2 hit points now.
All right, I have 1 spell charge left,
I'll
just
take
for
it.
you.
Thanks.
It's a healing
Give it,
word.
give it to him.
It's my favorite.
Healing word is Melvin.
Oh!
3 hit points.
I feel like that song could have been better.
Yeah.
It wasn't as good as your other ones.
It's a word. I gotta find the right healing word. I haven't
That
found it yet.
That was like the B-side of Healing Word.
Yeah.
Like, acoustic version.
Yeah. That was the concert cut. There's a lot of crowd noise.
So this is the terminus station. As you're getting down here, this train is getting ready to leave. This is a bodega. It's being run by an elderly Kenku. This is the ticket counter, and the lightning rail is all over here.
When you say getting ready to leave, do you mean like literally pulling away, or do you mean like minutes?
Yep.
Okay, great. We're
They
running on
just
there.
closed the doors, and it is starting to move.
All right.
I am.
Wait,
And
Sorry,
lightning rail is acting on 0.
Sorry, ticket counter, but I am booking my way onto that train.
Mm-hmm.
Dash, and I can get here. Is there a door here?
A man in House Orion Riot. Yeah, but it's closed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a athletics to force it open. Or you can try and get on top of the train.
I mean, I can just float on top of the train.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna float on top of the train, and I'm gonna pull out that unicorn pendant that we got given that has Featherfall. Say we're here on behalf of Unicorn House of House Oregon.
Okay. The conductor, the man, there's a commoner there in House Orion Library, just kind of standing there with his jaw open. He was halfway through saying, if you're headed to Rote, you'll need to catch the next... Oh, my. Melvin, you're up.
I'm gonna do you guys the great honor of being able to take my halvesies. I'm gonna leave it just kind of floating there for you guys to hop on the top of.
Mm-hmm.
Make a run and jump.
I am really curious about what an Everon Bodega looks like.
Do you want me to read you the box text for it?
Yes.
The sound of a lightning rail stopping and starting elsewhere in Terminus Station echoes throughout the platform. A crowd of people is gathered near the trail with crackling arcs of blue energy. If you're headed to Rote, try and catch the next one, cries the driver. Oh wait, no, it's not. Sorry, the bodega is a small bell. A Kenku wearing spectacles and standing behind the counter says, "Buy something, will ya?" in an old woman's voice.
That's horrible.
Wow. Wow, come on.
That is not where I thought that was going.
That's why I had to read that
So,
description.
there's not like a bodega cat?
No.
I mean, if it was...
There's a Bodega Kinku.
A bunch of people reading newspapers and hustling and bustling to and forth.
If it was Forgotten Realms, of course, it'd be a bodega Tresson.
Oh, of course.
Is that where you got to, Melvin? Is that the end of your action?
It's the end of my action.
Nilo?
So here's the problem.
Yeah.
Obviously, I can't get on this train because it's leaving Sharn.
Yeah, but it also comes back to Sharn.
So, I'm gonna... Hold on, I gotta measure this out. I don't lose my shifter when I go unconscious, do I? Okay.
No.
So I've got 120 feet of movement if I need... Not 120. I got a lot of movement if I need it. I got like the floating disc here that helps me get up onto the train.
That's going to give you advantage on an athletics check to jump into the train.
To jump into the train? Yep. But as I'm running, I yell to Willow, like, you have to promise me the train, like, will catch the half ogre before we leave Sharn. Willow, give me your word.
Yeah.
Promise me.
And Willow shouts back, "We'll be in Sharn, I promise."
What was that? I didn't hear it.
Nothing.
So, I will make the athletics check to get into the train, because Willow is way too polite.
Yep, and that disc is giving you advantage.
Oh, sorry. I do need that, so that's fine.
This is the flaw part of I will do anything.
There we go.
You managed to jump onto the disc and wedge yourself through these doors as they're closing.
Yeah. Oh, so I'm actually in the train then.
You're in the last car of the train. Yeah, we got Rehkhan, and then the train's gonna move.
Rehkhan is gonna make it to here with a dash.
Okay.
And he is looking like he is about to use that disc as a stepping stone to vault onto the next car, or however.
That's the last car. These guys are in the back of the last car.
That's some bullshit.
Ride the star. the thing.
So Willow, you're on the roof, I believe.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me an acrobatics to keep your balance as the train starts pulling away.
That is a 9.
Easy enough.
Okay. I'm gonna try to find a way back inside of the train because being on the top of this seems perilous.
Sure, we'll say you're doing that as your action. We got Melvin.
Are the doors closed?
Yeah, but you could probably force them open. If you jumped onto there, you could jump from the platform onto the train and stand on the stair in front of the door, and then probably slide it open easily enough. It looked like Nilo didn't have any problem with that. So it's an athletics check to make that jump and get the door open.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So athletics. That is a 13.
You make it to the You jump across the platform, land on the stair under the door, and are able to just barely force it open and squeeze your way through.
All right.
You're standing right behind Nilo.
Excellent.
Rehkhan?
Booking it and going to try and hope somebody catches my arm, because that's all the way the hole over there. The train's over here now.
Okay.
Like, you tab that and it's like, that doesn't help me right now.
Well, if you're playing a bugbear instead of a hobgoblin, you have an extra 5-foot reach.
But now, hear me out, Destil.
Yeah.
This is gonna get stupid because
Yeah.
I actually do have a whip in my inventory. Can I like Indiana Jones myself onto the railings of like the handrails of the?
Are you proficient with whips?
I am.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me an attack roll or a athletics when you get to the cart.
Okay.
I'll take dumb Razu shit for 800, Alex.
Unfortunately, I miss.
So your whip wraps effectively around the handrail next to the door, and you are pulled off of the platform and fall, taking 3 bludgeoning damage. But you're being drugged by the train right now, unless you let
Ouch.
go.
That's not a sentence
Nope,
you ever
not-
want to hear.
Yeah.
Rehkhan, are you still conscious?
Yep.
Are you
Okay,
still
the train
conscious?
moves. Take another 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you just roll behind it.
Still one. Still up.
And Willow, you're on the roof. You see this nonsense. You did find a skylight that will let you in. Nodal, are you muted?
Yeah, no, I'm thinking. Because
Okay.
on the one hand, I don't know how to help this situation. And
Yeah.
also, I did leave a much faster than him conveyance behind for him, which he
Uh-huh.
left behind rudely after I asked him to bring it.
Uh-huh.
How is that gonna help me?
It's 40 feet, you're 30, and it
I
flies.
could- I can only dash.
So
I
anyway,
can
what are you
dash
doing right
60.
now, Willow?
So I'm going to head inside the train and try to find somebody who can save my misbegotten companion.
Okay. You drop down through the skylight. Melvin, your friend drops in through the skylight. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah, and I tell Melvin, like, hey, Rehkhan's on the back, and he needs in fast.
Oh wow. Okay. Melvin will go back to the doors, hold them open, and is there any way I can like hold on to the whip so it's like no? It's probably more secure on what he's whipped.
The whip is wrapped around right here, and your friend is here, rapidly coming up to something very not fun looking. This isn't necessarily to scale. This is just
Sure.
for relative position. We're back kind of into more theater than mindish.
Like basically what I'm getting at is if there's any way I can help him, I would like.
Yeah,
to
go ahead and give me a athletics check to try and drag him in through by his own whip.
I am the most athletic bard you have ever seen in your
Just
life.
a ripped power
People-
bar.
Yeah, and easily enough, Melvin slings his loot over his back, grabs the whip as it's beginning to uncoil from the handrail, and just gives it a good solid pull, and Rehkhan is thrown through the doors and lands on his face inside the car.
I know I
And
described.
Melvin, you have the hair whipping the mist and the wind whipping through your hair as Sharn disappears behind you.
I know I described Melvin as like one of those like lanky, done too much cocaine kind of bards, but no, he's actually one of those muscly, jacked kind of rockers.
Okay, so you come off initiative now. You guys are in the lightning rail. You are pretty sure that your quarry is somewhere here, but that's basically all you know.
In this car or just on this train?
On the train. This car seems to be mostly baggage.
Willow,
How can we get between...
There's no attendant in this car.
Is there any way we could take a short rest before we do anything crazy on this train?
well, no. 'Cause
Well-
if we take a short rest, then the train will have left Sharn for sure.
Well, the train, before it gets there,
Gets where?
to Sharn,
Willow, I'm starting to become very, very concerned that we're not in Sharn anymore.
so the train, here's the thing about trains, is they go one way, but then they come back.
It's true. It's a
Willow,
very good point.
if I come over here, so I'm assuming I open this door and there's like a platform on the outside, and then it connects to the next car. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
there's like a little rope bridge between the two of them that you could walk on.
And if I open this door and look outside, I'm very concerned that I will be seeing Sharn shrinking behind us in the distance.
No, you'd have to open this door to see that. What you are seeing
Okay,
opening
so what you're
door
telling me...
outside is the towers, the last few towers in Rote's Gate, rushing up to meet you, and the actual gate itself, and then the open wilds of the cliffs outside Sharn.
Okay.
See,
So
we're still in
under...
Sharn for a couple minutes, so hurry.
It's maybe 30 seconds.
So under no circumstances should I open this door.
Yeah.
Nilo is very, very clearly distressed right now.
Do we have to put blinders on him like a horse?
paint the Sharn skyline on the inside of them.
So we're alone in this car.
If you want to try and take a short rest here, no one's accosted you since you jumped in. Looks like the baggage car doesn't actually have anyone in it other than you.
Probably a good
So
idea.
I don't actually need a short rest.
I completely do, because I've got 5
So
hit
I
points.
might leave you guys back here and go look for like a rail attendant.
Melvin,
Oh yeah, as soon as you get the next car. This is a whatchamacallit. This is a stable car. This has horses and a couple of wargs, one dinosaur, and up at the front there is a House Veneris attendee and a House Orion conductor. And the conductor looks quite surprised to see you.
Now here's
Yeah.
the thing. You said this was a
Starts
stable
making his
car,
way back through the stables. Tickets, please.
but then you described a zoo.
And
Melvin,
I'm gonna.
Melvin, go ahead.
Well, I just want to respond to the
Yeah.
Yeah,
conductor
go
real
ahead.
quick, and then you can go ahead. I'm gonna drag out my House Orion pendant again
Mhm.
and say we're here on behalf of House Orion. We hear that there's a escaping gang member on the car,
And they didn't see to provide you with a ticket, sir, ma'am.
and I shake my head and I say we had to come on quite in hurry. I can pay you right now if you would like.
Excellent. It's 15 gold for the passage to Rote.
Huh? And I'll take out 15 gold.
And he pulls out a bunch of stamped tickets and hands you one.
Alright.
Very good.
And I
Enjoy your ride. He walks back to the front of the stable car.
wait. I need House Orion is not nearly as helpful. I'm gonna sit here for a second and then just kind of like rest for a moment.
Melvin, you are a big damn hero.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Too old for this shit.
If we're not going to reach our destination in the next hour, I think a short rest is a very smart idea.
Oh no, this train definitely takes multiple days to get somewhere.
So, Nilo doesn't know that, and it's probably a good thing that Nilo doesn't know that.
Mhm.
Otherwise, he would be so distressed throughout the short rest that he wouldn't actually gain any benefits.
So you guys are taking a short rest in the baggage car?
I think short rest is a good idea, because I can get my hit points
Yeah.
back.
Go ahead. Go ahead and take your short rest.
I got all my shit back on a long rest. God damn it.
Yeah, I thought inspiration was a short rest too.
Yeah, no, it's a long rest. But I will play my song of rest. So I do have that.
Cool.
Spend hit dice. Like,
Yep.
I am
Spending hit
spending my
dice.
other hit die.
What do you have for me?
it's an additional 1d6.
Do you throw it or do we throw it?
I think I throw it. So an extra 1d6.
I mean, it's fine. We've been through a lot today.
Use
Today's
the
been a-
awesome music I'm generating. It's-
today has been a lot.
well,
Like, let's be real.
I have to heal my companions with my music. Okay.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
Willow, when you're handed the ticket, the price is 10 gold, and he also hands you a small slip of paper that indicates that 5 gold was paid for a fine for not having gotten on the rail without having first procured a ticket.
And I look up at him in shock. And I'm going to say, House Unicorn will hear about this.
Very good, ma'am.
Oh,
What was your name again?
I'm not
I
important.
want to make sure that I know your name
Yeah.
in order to tell them that when I was here on their business,
Yeah,
you charged me an extra fine.
Steve.
Steve in the service of House Orion.
And could I see your identification, Steve? You wouldn't be lying to me, would you, Steve?
And he sighs, and he's like, "I'm sorry, are you the watch?" And he pulls out.
And I
a
pull
bunch-
out my writ and I say, yes, Steve, I am.
He kind of bites his lower lip, and he pulls out a set of identification papers that have his portrait on them and his nationality of Breland and
Yeah.
the seal of the king. I'm sure you'll find everything's in order, ma'am.
Yeah, and I look over them and I make some clucking noises with my tongue.
Oh,
And I
then
hand them back
Steve
over.
of House Orion sheepishly goes to the next car, not wanting to have anything to do with you anymore.
Uh-huh.
About 5 minutes later, while you guys are still resting, a woman in similar clothing comes out to take his place.
That was a thing that happened.
Okay, so you've had your long rest. You're in the back. You're in the baggage car at the back of the lightning rail. It's moving at a good clip outside of Sharn. You're starting your way down the cliffs.
wait, I'm sorry. Outside of what?
Sharn, see that through the windows and the doors. You've actually broken outside of the misty rain, and you can now see a bright sun high overhead, right around noon, flying. Going out over the roadish countryside, starting to get into areas that are less rocky than the cliffs around Sharn. Dagger
Well,
Bay is
start-
to the left.
What's the problem here?
Willow's not in the cart.
What's the problem here, Nilo?
I'm very, very concerned that we're not in Sharn.
Yeah, we're not in Sharn anymore. Why does it matter?
You've probably already descended about 300 feet vertically as well.
Okay.
So you're in an air pressure you've never experienced before, Nilo.
I'm gonna get up and walk over to Willow.
And like when I look through the door and I see you about to come through, I push my way back through the door and like try to like shove you back. Like not forcefully, like I'm not physically forcing you because I can't.
Okay.
But I'm just making my way back in.
What's the story?
There's guys back there looking for
Okay.
15 gold per ticket. Do you guys have 15 gold each? Because if not, we need to think of some smarter way of getting you up this train.
Rehkhan looks very balefully at Nilo. He says, "No, I'm afraid I'm fresh out of coin."
Willow, Melvin says that we're not in Sharn anymore.
That's weird. Why would Melvin say that?
I don't know. He
Best not to
seems-
think about it.
So, well, can you just go tell the conductor like we're here on like official business working with?
Yeah,
House?
I did that. Turns
And-
out they don't care.
They don't care.
No.
Okay. So, but there are sunroofs in these train cars, yes?
Yeah, each one has a skylight for ventilation more than anything else.
And you can have a ticket. You can walk the length of the train,
Yes.
and if you try to find out where this half ogre is, and then the rest of us can come in through that skylight in that train car, and maybe try to
Yeah. No,
sandwich
I
her
think
in.
that's a good plan.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't they have like someone of your house to on staff to, provide amenities for the passengers, etc., etc.
Well, they wouldn't need to if the train hasn't left Sharn yet.
Okay, so is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I think basically we'll head along.
So Willow, I want you to give me a persuasion check. For the rest of the characters, I want you to give me either acrobatics or athletics to make your way along the roofs.
Ooh, I'm
Can
real
I just
good
pay
at
the
it.
15 gold to get a ticket?
Yes, if you want, you can pay 15 gold. You can pay 10 gold for a ticket and a 5 gold fine, and you can walk out. You all free reign within
Yeah.
most of the cars.
Let's do that.
Okay.
I have 3 silver to my name, so yeah, no.
I got a 21
Pepper.
on my acrobatics. I'm real good at that.
Yep, you're fine.
Yeah, and that persuasion check is a 20. I'm real good
Okay.
at that.
Easily enough, you find out that a woman matching the description of a half ogre has a private car, 3 cars back.
All right,
So which
make our way there.
that would be
Athletics of
this car?
11.
Yeah.
Okay.
Athletics
That's
of
not
11.
quite the layout. There's one bed in this chamber, and then these areas are like storage and stuff. And yeah, you two are easily able to move around inside. The ones moving along the roof, I'm just going to need one more acrobatics or athletics to keep balance as you jump between cars.
Okay.
Don't fall, or you might end up back in Sharn.
Okay.
17.
I got a 23. No, 22.
Okay. Yeah, it's easy enough. You guys are the 2 of you with tickets are now standing outside the entrance to this, and the 2 of you without tickets are on the roof of either of these cars as you're choosing. Though note that you're not exactly silent when you're moving through here, so someone on their guard might be aware if you jump onto the roof of their car.
It's fine. We haven't left Sharn yet.
Okay.
I mean, we're
No,
walking
no,
up
no,
to
no,
this car that is very...
It's up to you which roof you're on right now before these guys go through. Is my question: is which one of these cars do you want to be on the roof of? There's a skylight in each of them. It's in the same place. It opens the same way.
I would probably think that this car would be our best bet because we don't want to tip our hand until we don't want to start the festivities off with our own loud blundering up.
I would
outside.
almost. I think you're right. I would almost consider splitting up here, though. Leave you here and then have me go 1 car ahead. That way, when they get in there, if the half ogre tries to flee in either direction, we can cut her off.
Pincer them. I see. Yeah.
Do you want to try and give me a stealth check to not make any noise as you're moving across the roof?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Just walking, you'll obviously have a fair amount of commotion, but you can try and do that quietly.
Sure. That's still gonna turn into an 11.
Okay, well, nothing happens as you make your way across the roof.
Okay, so I'm perched at the top of this car.
Got great line of sight into the other one. Sorry, top of this car, the dining car.
Okay, so I can see these doors going into this car. Excellent. That's what I want. Then I just give Rehkhan a thumbs up from my position.
Sure.
Make our way in.
All right, and you make your way in. An 8-foot-tall woman, muscular
jeez.
with tusked, protruding jaw, lounges on a luxury recliner in this passenger car. She reads the Sharn Inquisitive and has a battle axe kind of somewhat cautiously held under the table at this point. There's a wooden chest resting by her feet and table lined with fine foods, bottles, and spirits. Oh, so you must be the ones that were causing my men so much trouble. What do you say I give you 100 gold pieces and the watch finds out that you weren't able to catch me?
And Willow just kind of laughs and says, "Bad news. I don't work for the watch."
Really? So you're not the one that sergeant, what's her name, hired to come after my operation?
I
It sure
don't
sounded
think
like you were when I was talking to her.
And Willow,
Look, she's no better than me. She's on the take from one of the other syndicates. I'm not sure. Probably the Halflings. And for 100 gold, this can all just go away. You guys make out probably better than you got paid by her, and everyone's happy.
15 gold to buy a ticket. No.
Are you trying to negotiate a higher price? I mean, look, if you want to work for Dask, I can give you much better rates.
No.
all right.
All right, so what are you? How do you react to that, Willow?
Willow opened her mouth several times, and
Uh-huh.
then the woman just kept talking. So she eventually just closes her mouth and just waits for her to finish.
She's finished at this point.
So I take it you're not going to come in then?
She laughs and kind of pats the axe under her table. This is your last chance. 150. Best offer. Unless you actually want work, in which case, it could be more.
And Willow kind of, this is your last chance, turns to Melvin and says, "It's funny, usually we're the ones saying that."
I'm going to need initiative here.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you stay where I am. Excellent.
Sorry, you said initiative.
You want to go before me or after me, Nilo?
I kind of don't want to answer that until I know what she's doing.
Because I'm on a 14 as well.
I'll follow your heart.
Yeah.
We'll call this one McDohl's choice.
All right, so it looks like Melvin is the first to act with Nilo on deck. She's obviously hostile and plans to chop you up with her axe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, that's not hot. That's not friendly.
I wish I had a disc that I could fly away on, but someone left it back at the station.
I am going to viciously mock her. So it is a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh yeah, wisdom saving throw. Where are we? Wiz. Got an 8.
Is she a half orc or a half ogre?
Half ogre.
Okay, because I have it written down 2 different ways here.
1 damage.
Yep.
But she's disadvantaged on her next attack.
Yep.
And I'm going to stay put right here in the back, away from everything.
1 second. I'm just gonna make a token for her. All right, and that's the end of your turn. We got Nilo up.
Okay, so I can see into this car.
Yeah, you do. She probably has cover through the window, but you could get a shot.
What are her exits? Like,
The 3 doors and the windows in this car are very large, allowing her to look through the scenery. Given how tall she is, she probably wouldn't have a hard time making her way out, shattering a window and making her way onto the roof.
I almost want her to do that. Like, I really, really want her to do that. Okay. I'm gonna jump onto her car.
Mm-hmm. Give me acrobatics or athletics to make that jump.
Yeah, acrobatics. It's an 8.
Ooh. Yeah, no, you end up prone in front of these doors as you tumble between the two and then fall.
How much movement do I have left?
That only took 10 feet of movement.
Okay, so I've still got 20 feet. Is that enough to climb up onto the roof?
Give me an athletics.
Has to be athletics?
Yeah.
It's a 6.
Nope. You try and scramble along the casing, the steel of the car is just too smooth. You can't get good purchase right now. You still have your action and a bonus action.
Bonus action dash to get up onto the roof.
Yep. Give me another athletics.
How much noise is this making?
Lots. Oh, she was completely. She did not hear you when you walked across the roof.
Okay, it's a 14.
Yep, easy enough. Go ahead and just take the 5 feet to get on the roof. And you probably would have a shot at her with cover through the skylight.
Through the skylight?
Yeah, so the skylight's basically in the center of the car, so you could shoot her from there.
Instead of that,
Mhm.
I'm just going to call out very loudly. All right, I'm going to call out very loudly. She's trapped. There's no way she can fit through the skylight.
Okay.
And then I'm going to ready an action.
Mhm.
That when she comes up through the skylight,
Mhm.
I'm going to throw ball bearings at her feet.
Okay. She
it.
could make her way out through the window, just so you're aware. And the ball bearings wouldn't stop that.
Well, no, but if she's going to stand up on the roof somewhere, I want ball
You're
bearings
throwing them onto the when she comes onto the roof of the car, you're going to throw ball bearings under
her
then.
feet. The idea is if I can get her to fall down, then
Got
we
ya.
might...
Excellent.
I don't know how much damage a lightning train does when it runs over your dumbass, but
John, you're up. We got Willow on deck.
I am going to vault to the private car.
Yep, give me an athletics or acrobatics.
Don't like the odds of just +1. That's 6.
Prone there.
I'm gonna move it to stand up.
Willow looks very confident.
He
And
was
then
up.
she keeps hearing thuds.
That was 5 feet of movement on top of that to make your vault. So
Yeah. Can I climb back up on top of the?
can with an
Yeah.
athletics.
Yep. Good. Okay.
Go for it.
Net 20.
All right,
That's
and
a
you
21.
easily hoist yourself onto the roof. You still have, I'd say, another 5 feet of movement from there.
No, I'm good where I'm at.
Okay, you have a sight. You also have a view through the skylight.
Excellent. Is that movement or do I still have an action? Because I could easily take a shot.
That was all. That was all movement.
Okay then. Yeah. Firebolt.
Okay. And you whip a bolt of fire from your scepter.
And that is an 11 to hit.
Bounces off the glass of the skylight, singeing it, melting a little bit.
Heck.
I got Willow.
All right. I'm gonna shoot her with a firebolt as well.
I know.
See if I can scare her up there to the Keystone Cops.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3 fire damage.
Yep.
And then I'm just gonna, stay back here.
All right, and to quote the module, let me find it here. She smashes the closest window and climbs onto the roof.
All right.
Oh,
Go
so
ahead
that's
and
why
give
the
me-
window kept coming up.
So, go ahead and give me an attack roll with dexterity and proficiency
Yeah.
to throw a bag of ball bearings and underneath her feet. All right, I'm gonna give her disadvantage on this dexterity saving throw she's gonna have to not fall over. So that's a 7 plus her dex of 0, so that's a 7. So she falls prone and tumbles off the edge. Let's see if she can grab the edge of the lightning rail as she falls. No. Okay, so need to roll some damage.
How much damage does an electric train do?
So she falls and tumbles on the ground outside of there, taking, was that 14 damage? She's definitely bloodied. She pulls herself to her feet as the lightning rail starts to move by. Boy, that lightning rail initiative is going to come up. Pulls a javelin off of her out of her pack and hurls it at. Well, let's go with Nilo.
I can't imagine why.
Oh, you're at long range though.
Nat 20 with ball bearings. What the hell?
So
The
funny.
javelin just glances off the side of the lightning rail, nowhere near where she was aiming.
Fair enough.
We get the high rolls when it counts.
And then Nilo, a sprite with a crossbow suddenly becomes visible as the bolt flies towards you.
Oh, nice.
Hopefully they're the cops.
So that'll hit an armor class of 18.
18 will do it.
Give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yes, sir. Wow, this die, though, it's just going back and forth.
Uh-huh.
It's not going to do it, my friend. That's a 0.
Okay, so 1 piercing damage.
Yep,
You are poisoned for 1 minute.
sure.
You are unconscious.
Oh, yeah, that's...
And I'm going to roll a percentile to see if you roll off the train.
Sure. Remember, you all agreed, no speak with dead.
And Nilo, you tumble off the edge of the train.
Fearless
Terrible.
Nilo, he never left Sharn.
Falling damage? 8 falling. 8 damage. That wakes you back up.
Okay,
You're poisoned for 5 minutes.
very good.
How far is he from the angry half ogre?
About there. That's about their relative positions. Actually,
This,
the train was moving, so probably there. The sprite then goes invisible again. Oh wait, no, that's an action. So there's a sprite there. That's the end of the sprite's turn. Yeah, they shot you up. They shot you from through the skylight from the area.
This was really funny, like a minute ago, and now it's.
It's still pretty funny.
Nilo on deck. Oh wait, hold on. Lightning rail initiative. So Melvin, if you try and jump off and make an athletics check, you could probably tumble, or acrobatics. You could probably tumble and not take any damage. On a failure, you'll take some amount of damage. It's a combination of the speed of the train and the height that it's levitating over the lightning stones in the ground. On a bad, you also want to make sure you absolutely do not do that when it passes over one of those stones, because there's a lot of arcs of electricity that flash all over the place.
Yeah, I bet there is. But
So if you want to spend if you want to take an action, you can be sure that you won't, because you'll be watching and waiting for the right time. If you jump, there's a chance that you'll jump at the wrong time if you don't take an action to prepare.
What if we use our reflex to featherfall?
You could jump off, yeah, especially if you're on the top, you could jump off. Remember, those featherfall tokens are an action to activate, so...
Oh, they're not a reaction? I assumed they were
Nope,
like
it's
featherfall.
special case. Also, they only work in Sharn.
Oh, no! Well, they would still work, right?
We're still in show.
I don't know if you're still in the manifest zone or not. I'll roll percentile to see if you are once
If
you
we,
try it.
oh, we have to check. We have to find out, because if it works, then I'm in the clear.
Melvin, you're up. So you can jump off the train as an act. Here are your three options. Take an action to make sure you're not going to jump when you're passing over one of these lightning stones. At that point, your next turn, you'll be able to go off for free. If you want to get off the train, you either take an action, in which case you'll roll a fairly easy check to not take any damage, or you can just use movement, in which case your life is going to be bad. So do you want to wait for a safe time to pass? Well, first of all, do you want to jump off the train? I mean, you might just, go investigate that chest she had.
there is a sprite in front of us. Firing
Yeah,
arrows.
there's also the sprite, yep.
And I'm at peak useless right now, but I'm also concerned about the safety of Valerie Nilo.
Mm-hmm.
So I will take an action to wait and make sure I don't hit a lightning stone.
Okay, on your next turn, you'll be able to jump off without hitting. You still have a move and potentially a bonus action. So you could move back through the other train. Like, you could move back. Getting through the windows, you probably want to, if you move, like, next turn, you'll jump off on this one. You're going to have to keep running with the train.
All right.
So yeah, just put yourself on one of these, and then on your next turn, you'll be able to jump without danger of getting electrocuted. And you still have a bonus if you want to take it.
Hold on, let me look something up real quick.
Yeah.
Whoops. No, I'm good. Dancing lights is in fact one action.
Rehkhan, you're up. I'm sorry, Milo, you're up. And there is a very angry and bruised half-ogre lying prone about 15 feet away from you. You're also prone.
Lying prone.
Yep. She hasn't had a chance to get up yet.
Okay, 15. All right.
It's
Okay.
your last chance for a sneak attack, man.
I have to math a little bit.
Make it count.
Yeah, I got to math here a little bit. It's 15 feet to stand up, 15 feet to close the distance.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pulling out a melee weapon is your item interaction for the turn, so you'd have to drop your bow.
I don't give even half a shit about my bow right now. All right. Yeah, close the distance on her.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an attack with advantage for her being prone.
My short sword. God damn it.
Oh, I thought that 16 was going to come up.
No, that's a 10 to hit.
Nope. You come up over her. She's still almost as tall as you are, just being prone. Take a stab, but it just can't make its way through her armor. It's not particularly well made, but it is enough to stop that sword.
I can bonus action for an offhand attack.
Yeah. Whip out a dagger.
That's going to be a 14 to hit.
That hits. And while she's busy trying to roll away from your short sword, you manage to pull a dagger out and just catch her right on the back of the neck.
It's going to be 9 points of piercing damage. Is it piercing?
Yeah, dagger's piercing.
Okay. Yeah, 9 points.
There's just a rivet of blood rolling down her body right now. She's in real bad shape, but she's not out. Rehkhan, you're up.
Kill the troll,
So I
please.
need- Can I sniper from the top of this car? I think I could.
Are you on top of a car right now? Yes, you are. Right?
Yeah, I am.
Climbed up. Yeah, you want to move to the edge or she'll have cover. But other than that, what's the range? You're doing a firebolt, so 120.
120 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. She is prone though, so it'll be disadvantage.
Ooh, yeah. You know what? That's also a good point. I really don't have any other options.
I'd say she's about 80 feet away from you right now.
The shot, Piglet.
I'm taking the shot.
Okay. With a fireball out from your scepter,
Ooh, that's a nat 1 right there.
and it just sputters and is lost in the wind. You can't keep concentration, and the verbal components from your spell just leave your lips and nothing happens.
Oh, that's what scepters get you.
Willow, you're up. We got Ogre on deck.
How far away did you say she was?
I said she's what, like 80 feet away from Rehkhan on that roof?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make my way back another 20 feet.
Yep.
To dangle precariously over here.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to cast Sleep on her.
Okay.
Sleep, the world's most powerful spell.
Are you rolling more than 3 dice?
Yes.
She falls asleep.
Good night, and I hope you've been happy with our service.
How was
The
that?
imp- The imp vanishes with a magical word.
When she didn't die, I was about to be like, I've reconsidered. I'd like to take up your offer and work with you.
The imp rolled crap on stealth, so everyone knows that it's standing here. Or not the imp, it's Sprite. You heard where it was moving, even over all this. Like when the door closed, it almost got caught in it. So you guys know where the Sprite is. Melvin, you're up. You can take an action to jump off. Oh wait, hold on. Lightning rail initiative. Melvin, you're up. You can take an action and probably make a pretty easy DC to jump off the car, or you can use movement and see what happens.
Is there any way I can like try to grab Nilo and hoist him up?
Too far away.
Too far away?
You'd have had to ready an action to do that as the car moved past. You could try and do that next turn if you spent all your movement to run to the next car, and then give me an athletics as you lean over the edge to prepare
How
yourself.
cool it would be.
That is a 13.
So you wrap your legs around the handrail, and you're now hanging upside down, looking uneasily at the next lightning stone coming up very quickly because you didn't time for this one. But yeah, when you speed past Milo, you'll be able to, on the lightning rails initiative, get a chance to grab him. Milo, you're up.
I'm athletic, not
Yep.
dexterous.
I'm going to kill this sleeping half ogre.
Yeah, give me an attack roll with advantage.
All right, so it's an 18 to hit.
That hits. Give me
I
a critical
can't-
hit.
I can't do less than.
Well,
3
she's
points of damage.
unconscious, so you're gonna have automatic critical hit.
Right, but I can't do less than she's got. So
Roll it for me, damn it.
the dice have vanished.
Yeah.
So
How did it vanish?
it's just gone.
Don't forget to roll this d4 for your dagger.
No, I'm-
Twice.
no, I'm doing with a short sword.
Oh, okay.
So it's 9 points plus it vanished again. So I'm up to 12, 15 with my bonus plus whatever's on the invisible die.
Yeah. So Nilo leans down over the sleeping half ogre and slices her head right off with his short sword.
Does she actually have 150 gold pieces on her person?
Do you want to search her body? I think you're not gonna have time to do that right now. You'd have to take an action to check.
I'll wait till my next turn. It's fine.
Okay. What do you do with the head?
With the head, just kick it under
Yeah.
the train.
We can come off initiative, but I want Melvin to give me a strength check, athletics. Oh wait, no, there's still the sprite. Never mind, I forgot about that guy. Assuming the sprite even wants to kill. I mean, like, I don't. The sprite might just leave. Rehkhan, you're up. You know where the sprite is because they had a bad stealth roll, but they're invisible, so you'd have disadvantage on any attacks.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a disadvantage to take a shot at it.
Mm-hmm.
Ha! It's another that one. Excellent.
Okay. Do you want to do anything else?
I know I'm good.
Willow?
I'm going to make a persuasion roll.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, if you stay invisible and keep the fight up, and I have to cast sleep, you're coming off this train. I love that D4. That's a 15.
Okay. And you see a tiny crossbow, literally tiny, clatter to the ground here and then tumble off the train. And then stealth, and you never see the sprite again.
That was smart.
Now, now I need that athletics check from Melvin to scoop up Nilo as on the initiative of the lightning rail.
Nope.
Ooh, can I get a strength saving throw from Melvin? What was the strength save?
Sorry, I was muted. That is a 14.
Well, you managed to not tumble off the rail, but you also aren't able to grab Nilo. Nilo, do you want to make a, as a reaction, do you want to try and grab onto Melvin?
No, this half ogre has 150 gold on her.
Okay. Nilo.
Yes. I'm gonna start searching through this half ogre stuff.
She doesn't have anything on her. She did have a giant chest in her personal car.
Oh, well, I was on top of the car, so I didn't see that.
Okay.
Is there any chance of me jumping onto this speeding train?
Yeah, so since Melvin's hanging upside down off of a guardrail trying to grab you,
Oh,
what I'm going to need is I'm going to need each of you to make either acrobatic. One of you needs to make acrobatics. I believe that's Nilo, and the other one needs to make athletics. And I want to know what the total of those two is.
All right.
I got an 11 on acrobatics.
Okay.
That is an 8.
Okay, you're both hanging here precariously. You have grabbed Nilo, but you haven't been able to pull either of you up. And I need a reflex saving throw from both of you.
What is a reflex saving throw? Is that dex?
Dexterity. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Wow,
This
these
is gonna
dice
be
though.
bad.
It's a 7.
That is a 10.
6 lightning damage, which you can have with a DC 12 saving throw.
I'm unconscious.
You still up, Melvin?
1 hit point, baby.
You hold Nilo up, and as you do so, the car passes over one of the lightning stones, and an arc of electricity just shoots through him, almost knocking you unconscious, but you barely manage to keep your eyes open. Your companion doesn't have as much luck, and you sling his unmoving body onto the train.
Oh, I'm too old for this shit.
And we can come off initiative.
Melvin is slowly carrying Nilo's unconscious body through the train. I'm sure his passengers looking on, going, "What the hell is what?"
Yep. But no one stops you. You have a ticket. No one asks for a ticket for your unconscious, badly burned and shot and bruised companion. Do you want to make a? Do you want to go ahead and give me a heal check, DC 10?
Yeah,
I think
why
we
not?
go back into the private car and put our feet up. So I think we've earned a bit of a sit.
That is a 8.
Okay, want to give me a second heal check, DC 10? Brick, do you want to give me a death saving throw?
That's a 5.
And that's about the time you reach Willow.
No, that's a fail.
Willow, do you want to do anything about this truck comedy of errors?
Yeah, I will give them my very last good berry.
Okay. And you're conscious with 1 hit point, Nilo.
I open my eyes weakly. Melvin and Willow were there. Melvin, I have to ask you a very important question.
I'm listening, Nilo.
We're not in Sharn, are we?
And Melvin shakes his head. I told you that already. No.
Nilo just starts
We are not.
crying.
You will have to explain to me one day why this bothers you so much.
Did you
Half-ogre
have
wasn't
a
even
chance to-
carrying gold.
You did get a chance to search the body, and that's when you found she didn't have any money.
Yeah.
You did find a large iron key,
Oh, okay.
so you have that.
Nilo, hey, Nilo.
If I hadn't picked up that friggin' metal key, I wouldn't have got zapped on the lightning stone.
Nilo, buddy. Nilo, we found a big chest for you to open. You love big chests.
Yeah, I will see if the key opens the chest.
Can I get a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, hell yeah, you can. Hey, Willow, how much of a dick do you feel like? There's another one!
You are the worst rogue I've ever known. I'm never hiring you to be a security manager.
How was that Constitution save?
A 0.
Okay, you're poisoned for 24 hours, and while poisoned, you're unconscious.
Yeah, I'm out.
As you touch a bit of contact poison on the lock.
So, you get Nilo awake. Willow's like, well, there's this awesome chest you can open. He goes to open it, immediately falls unconscious. And she's
Willow
like,
pulls
"My-"
out a pocket square and kind of just wipes the chest off a bit. And takes the key and puts it in a lock.
All right. Inside the chest. Let's see here.
The square's monogrammed.
There's a gem of brightness, a feather token, 600 gold pieces, 12 schemas that look ancient, and 3 spellbooks.
Nilo's dead, isn't he?
No, he's just unconscious for 24 hours due to the poison. Same
Is there
effect.
any money in there?
You've run into
Just
multiple
600 gold
times over
pieces.
this adventure.
I take some of the gold and I put it in Nilo's hand and I say, "Get well soon."
The good news is by the time he wakes back up, he'll be back in Shard.
Yeah.
Just leave him here with a note.
Oh, that was delightful. I'm really happy about that turn of events.
So, concluding the adventure. If you flag down a House Orion conductor who is willing to put you down at the next station and give you passage back to Sharn. You can keep everything you found from the chest. The Sharn watch gives you 50 gold pieces each for your work.
Wait, hold on. They don't charge us a fee to get a ride back to Sharn?
No.
Those sons
This time there's time. It takes you 2 days to get back to Sharn, but because they can actually communicate with members of the Sharn Watch via sending, they can get authentication that you're allowed to travel. They basically cover your return fee. Garmain
I
actually
used the
covers
contact poison, the remainder of it, to keep Nilo unconscious until we arrive back in Sharn. Keeping him fed with good berries.
Probably smart.
And you have a number of mysterious schemas, as well as the Gem of Brightness and all the gold.
Yep.
Plus
And
any number of
spellbooks.
allies or enemies you've made in the city over the course of your adventure. And that was Forgotten Relics.
Yay!
I like to think we get back there. Did I actually leave Sharn? I was like, no, it was just a whole...
No,
It's
you
a
dreamt the
really
whole
bad
thing.
dream.
Hit your head, buddy. You're fine.
It
I
was
mean,
a really
I'm not going to
bad
be hanging
dream.
off the side of a electric train. What are you thinking? No, that's absurd.
What are you talking about? We left Sharn. I told you we wouldn't leave Sharn.
That was a really good adventure.
That was a good adventure. I had to make a few small changes to make it more internally consistent, but I actually really liked it. What's
I
printed?
feel like it's a really tough adventure for level 1 characters. Not
It's a
Why do you
crazy long adventure too.
I think I was like level up to level 2. Those gnolls would have attacked, so that when the changeling shows up, they basically lead you into the ambush from the gnolls.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's her job, and then she'll fight you at the same time. But if you realize she's a changeling, she jumps out and then uses a featherfall token.
What if you don't realize she's a changeling, but she assumes you did?
Probably also jumps out and uses a featherfall token. The main thing I had to change was there was a random shifter that was supposed to be part of the assassination squad at the bar, and the half-ogre's next-door neighbor is a completely unrelated mage right, and then a bunch of wizard shit happens by literally, and I quote, a wizard not working for Drom not appearing in this adventure. So I'm like, no. I took that wizard to the next-door neighbor, I made her a member of Drome, and I replaced the shifter assassin with it.
That's pretty par for the course in the like these little.
And I
adventures
think I also
from
added
20.
one extra halfling corpse so you'd know how the halfling mafia got information back and forth, and that was pretty much it.
God.
But yeah, that was a real good adventure. I
That was a lot of
liked it
fun.
a lot when I read it. I think with a little bit of change, it was you missed, and Rehkhan's gonna be so sad. We didn't have time to do the optional encounter with the ghost in the depths of Sharn from 800 years ago. Who talks about the city's history that it used to be a goblin city that the humans wrecked and rebuilt.
Oh yeah, no, I'm really bummed about that.
Yeah, it's like exactly what you would have liked, but we just didn't have time last session to get to it.
No, it's absolutely fair.
I don't buy that goblins built Fantasy New York. That
Well,
ghost is full of
they
it.
built the city that they tore down to build Fantasy New York on top of.
So they don't.
Oh, so it was
it was fantasy
Goblin
York.
New Amsterdam.
Yeah, exactly. It was exactly Goblin New Amsterdam. You were completely correct in every possible way with that description.
So Destil, thank you very much for running this adventure.
Yeah, I had
Thank you
fun.
for running Destil.
Eberron is still. I still think it's absolutely ridiculous as a setting.
Yeah.
I just. I've played in 2 Eberron adventures now. Destil's run them both, and I've come away from both of them still like I cannot take this setting seriously.
If you could take a D&D setting seriously, completely, somebody has made a mistake somewhere along the way.
That's true. You're dedefinitely not wrong. On the other hand, halflings
I'm
riding
kind of-
dinosaurs.
I'm kind of blown away that was your event horizon there, Brickroad.
That was just an entirely off the cuff. I needed a distraction, so I came up with something that was culturally appropriate.
No, but it's absolutely in character with the setting, and I love
Yep.
it.
All right, that's gonna do it for us tonight. Thanks for playing, guys. Thanks for
All
running
right.
this adventure, and I'll see everybody next time.
Later.
Bye, loves.
See ya.